2 years later, and some people who survived the Joplin tornado are not home to remember it today.
They are paying it forward. Joplin Church, that dedicated all of its resources to disaster response and recovery after that EF5 tornado, is in Moore, Oklahoma, helping others do the same. That is also where KSPR's Joanna has been since yesterday. She joins us live again from the heart of Moore with a pastor's story. Joanna?
Joe, unfortunately, this is pretty familiar to almost everyone in Joplin. I'm talking about this huge command center I'm standing in with tons of trucks. You've got satellite trucks, reporters like me everywhere, cameras, and then as far as the eye can see, off in that direction, buildings just leveled, houses gone where they once stood, and that was only Monday. But two Joplin pastors are not here. Instead, they are a couple of miles away, spending their painful anniversary showing people how to get ready for here.
So we know here was impact, then we have 72 hours.
It's kind of like watching the military discuss a plan of attack.
From the get-go, you need an exit strategy as a church.
As a church, these are church leaders, not soldiers. But like all soldiers, they've trained for this. And like many soldiers, they've been in a real battle zone too.
It took about 2 hours, and then from that point we found out that our church wasn't hit, that we still had power, water, lights, everything was good to go. And so immediately we just said, all of our leadership, let's just get to the church plan of how we're going to attack this. And so immediately what we did was we opened up our doors and people just started showing up. So it became a shelter overnight. It became a triage.
2 years ago today, 220 miles northeast of Moore, Shane Munn transformed Ignite Church into a disaster relief center for the people of Joplin. Now inside Journey Covenant Church, he's showing somebody else how to do it for their own heartbroken community.
You've heard of the term organized chaos. Well, for the Joplin pastors, that's exactly what this is. But 2 years ago in Joplin, it was a whole lot more chaos than it was organized. That's because back then they were the ones doing the learning, and now they're doing the teaching.
How do we empower the organizations that live in this community and to help these people? You know, we don't want to be the help, we just want to help others be the help here.
This whiteboard lays out the plan, not for today, not for tomorrow, but for a few weeks from now when these people go home and Moore is more alone.
What we want to be able to do is come in on the backside and create a system that's in place that they can shift into.
Because that's what God's army did for Shane, while he was busy doing everything he could to hold his town and himself together. 2 years ago today.
We'll help you build your house. We'll get you a new car. We did those things. We help churches. We're here helping churches. But you can't give someone back their daughter or their son or their wife. So that was just those moments. I mean, to hold people that I had no answer to. God will get you through it. Tomorrow will come, and you'll get through it.
For about 6 months after the disaster, the Joplin Ignite Church's parking lot looked a whole lot like this one, pretty much a real disaster center. There were days when Shane says they were literally feeding thousands of people a day, and then as he explained, the need shifted. Now, coming up tonight at 6, you're going to hear a little bit more from Ignite Church's founder. He was in that story that we just featured. He's talking about something that he says a lot of people really don't want to talk about, but it is a reality that he and Joplin faced and the people of Moore probably should prepare for too. That's depression. We'll have his story coming up tonight at 6, Joe.